The 2015 Ramon Magsaysay Award. KOMMALY CHANTHAVONG. Decades of war and authoritarianism ravaged Laos, resulting in large-scale destruction, loss of lives, and a country that remains one of the poorest in the world. Yet, it is a testament to the Laotian people that despite all this, here greatness of the human spirit has not been extinguished. Born into a farming family, KOMMALY CHANTHAVONG has lived her country's tragedies. Losing her father in the Indochina War, she was a refugee at age 13, walking barefoot over 600 kilometers from her rural village to Vientiane to escape the bombings during the Vietnam War. Undaunted, she persevered to earn a nursing diploma, married and raised a family, and in the difficult years under communist rule, made a living in the buy and sell of goods between Laos and Thailand. Through all these turbulent changes, one thing remained constant for KOMMALY: her love for silk weaving, which she had learned from her mother when she was only 5 years old. In fact, when she fled her village, all she took with her were heirloom pieces of woven silk, handed down from her grandmothers. In Vientiane, seeing war-displaced rural women in desperate need of work, she used her meager savings to buy looms and started a weaving group of 10 women. Thus began her efforts to help women earn a living and revive Lao silk weaving, a deeply esteemed but disappearing tradition because of the convulsions of war. Her original 10 weavers grew to become Fontong Handicraft Cooperative, a network of 450 weavers and artisans in 35 villages. Impressed by her success, the Lao government leased to KOMMALY 42 hectares of land for use as a silk farm. It was barren, heavily bombed-out land, littered with unexploded landmines that KOMMALY and her group had to personally dig out before they could start planting trees. This has since become Mulberry's organic silk farm, with hectares of mulberry trees, buildings which house all stages of silk production, and areas for producing natural dyes and organic fertilizers. KOMMALY's work covered the whole cycle of silk production, from growing mulberry trees and raising silkworms, to training, providing tools, and the local and international marketing of handmade silk. The farm has now trained over 1,000 farmers and weavers and has created over 3,000 jobs. But her initiatives went even further. In 1990, she started Kamma Crafts, a non-profit project that works with hundreds of women, marketing Lao and Hmong handicrafts. 3 years later, she created Mulberries, a social enterprise, supporting income-generating projects around traditional arts and crafts and the production of mulberry tea, wine, and soap. Despite numerous adversities, she traversed villages to personally teach and encourage weaving, and patiently set up silk houses for young weavers to create world-class products. The soft-spoken KOMMALY says of her decades-long work, and I quote, "Our goal is to strengthen the position of women by giving them a dependable income and thus improve the chances of their children." End of quote. Clearly, she has done this and much more. In electing KOMMALY CHANTHAVONG to receive the 2015 Ramon Magsaysay Award, the Board of Trustees recognizes her fearless, indomitable spirit to revive and develop the ancient Laotian art of silk weaving, creating livelihood for thousands of poor, war-displaced Laotians, and thus preserving the dignity of women and her nation's priceless silken cultural treasure.